What's up, guys? Hendricks Family Investments back with another episode. Hit that like and subscribe. We've got a lot to cover today, so let's just go ahead and jump right in it. Hopefully you guys have followed our previous videos, made some buys. If you have, you're sitting well. Every video we've ran so far, coins are running. So let's kind of catch up on some of that and see where we're at. This one we're going to start off with is Ripple, fan favorite. Not one I have a position in. However, a lot of people do, and it's just been pumping insane. And we're just going to quick chart this live so you guys can see what's going on with this coin and kind of have an understanding of where it could go. We're still working up on this coin. It's not in price discovery. It has all-time high that it's not hit yet. So that means we have historical data. So let's just go ahead and get some quick charting going for some purposes of moving forward. Right here, you see a nice little wick out. So I'm going to start right there. Go ahead and spread this out a little bit. Whoops. Go ahead and spread. Let's go ahead and let's get on an arrow. Move it forward. All right, so here's your wick out. We talked about liquidity dips in the other videos. This is one right here. If you were looking for liquidity dips, this is where it hits into previous demand. As you can see, we ran up here, ran up here, bursted through, come down, wick out, cleared out all that liquidity that was right there. So that's pretty awesome. Good move. Something though that we want to mark for the future in case you do see dips out of this coin. So we'll go ahead and put a cross right here. But it did liquidity out, mark out, another liquidity out right here, because if you see whenever it went down, it just burst right back up, right? Burst right back up. Now we're back down to here, kind of stalled, boom, liquidity out into a green candle. So that's another one I'm going to mark because I like the price action on it. It shows me that it dipped into a region and that there was buying power in that region enough to move it forward and out quite quickly. When you see those types of candles right here, that means it moved quickly. It moved quickly up out of the 4-hour period. So what are we looking at right here? This is, pretty much just a standard bull flag, guys. When you look in basic trends, just go ahead and hit your Google search bull flag, and you're going to see this. What it's doing is it's got a straight up impulse candle, and then we're just bouncing back and forth in this range. And in a bull market, theoretically, you bust out of this and go north. So bull candles or bull flags are good to buy. This is a range where if you're in and looking to jump into Ripple and you believe our market's going to continue, then this is a good spot to buy in. I would set a second bid at this white line in case it bursts down. Sometimes what you see with this price action, guys, is it'll bounce in through here, then you'll have a wick down, hit some support where there's heavy liquidity. We know there's heavy liquidity on this SR, and then pop back up. Okay, so sometimes that's a price action you might see. That's why you put one buy here and then you put a second buy here in case you do see this go down. But if it doesn't go down and it bursts off, you haven't missed by making that first buy. So that's kind of where we're at with Ripple. Let's look at some price targets where this could go historically and what's next. I don't have the historical on this, so we'll go down here. We'll go to the 1 day to get the zoom out picture. All right. So we've been looking at these charts a lot when I've been comparing, like LTC to Bitcoin, or I've been comparing ETH to where Bitcoin's at. And, this is an underperforming chart that has started to move nicely. So what does that mean for the future? Let's go ahead and shoot some yellow lines across for historical support. So this is a big one right here. We're up, right? Then we smashed down and then we bursted up and bricked. So right here, automatically yellow line. Boom. Where does that put us? So let's see where that puts us. Okay, so we've cleared that over here. Let's zoom in. We've cleared that and almost retested it with that wick down impulse. Nice play. We're holding it. This is good. So that's one way you can check historical. So let's look for another level up. All right, where do I like another level up? So right down here is an impulse that played off this SR. Our next level we're seeing going up and we're seeing going down is pretty much right in this region. So what we're going to do, that's going to go across. And then right here is another SR, actually where we're at, kind of. I mean, look, if you look at that, that drops down to this blocker right here. And that hit a line. So let's see where we're at historically. That's where we're at right now. So we're battling some pretty historical resistance right now, which makes sense as to why we're ping-ponging up and down, right? If there's not much resistance here, you're just shooting through it. But we finally shot through what was down here, and we're hitting more resistance. I like our next targets to be right here. Some nice candles. Let's shoot that across. What you're looking for is wicks, right? So when I say there's nice candles, that's like a wick up, right? And then you look for wick where wick ups meet wick downs. Like there's a nice little spot where it's meeting wick ups and wick downs right here. We're playing this line. So to me, this is the next logical target that we're going to, which is 228, right? So, I mean, that's a pretty nice burst. That's what we're going to be working towards. So kind of a quick chart. I want to move on and get on some other coins, but this is kind of a quick charting of Ripple because I know a lot of people are in it, excited about it. And it's one that whenever I talk to people, it gets mentioned, very quickly. So that's kind of where we're at. You can get a breakdown of the lines I just shot for historical now. We've got a clearer view for you to see. We haven't held this historical line of 194, right? We wicked up, failed, wicked up, failed. That's kind of put us back into this bull flag where we're moving throughout. Good coin. We're definitely going to keep on following this one. All right, let's move over to the king. Bitcoin. Wow, what a rush, right? When we were doing videos last, we were seeing some of this action down here. This X was in some of our last videos. The red box definitely was. We can safely remove this red box. This is move forward. We can safely remove this SR. Just cleaning up the chart a little bit. So yeah, we're in we've got all-time high here, guys. We are in, price discovery. Great example to follow up on that Ripple bull flag. This was a previous bull flag. Okay, let me scope down. And when the price action went from here to here, that was a big jump of 43 to 62. So that was a big jump. Not as pretty clean as the other bull flag was, but this one was bouncing in and out the range, busted through, and then went to the top. It's similar to what we're looking for. So now that we've moved out to here, I'm going to clear this out. We're going to talk about all-time high price action right now. Let's shoot our previous all-time high across because that is now relevant. Boom, that is our most relevant all-time high. We will get rid of this one because it's no longer the all-time high, and it will turn into a white candle. Really, I need to kind of do that on a lot of these. Not significant historically. My process usually, if you see my charts as a yellow, means more historical than that. I just have been using those a lot right there. So pretty nice price action right here, guys. If you look at it, we can zoom in and see that this was our previous all-time high. And what we have now is a impulse through, clean retest, and then a nice liquidity dip too on that retest. And then we've pulled back. This is bull flagging again. I mean, things are bull flagging right now. It's a bullish market. That's why we're seeing them. You can see the pattern that I just made and I just got rid of on, it's just essentially the same thing that's going on here. So, you take the bottom, you make your flag, and that's what we're playing out. If we break to the downside, I'll be looking to buy right here, 58. I'll buy heavy at 58. I like that a lot if it got to that. I don't think it will, but if it did, that'd be a good buy. Otherwise, we can expect to break up here. I mean, it's in price discovery, which means we don't have historical data here, which means there's nothing to hold it back. And that's why runs happen the way they do, guys. So quick recap of Bitcoin. I've already had it charted, so it didn't take as long as Ripple. I'm bullish right now. I'm liking where we're at. I think there's still buys if it dips down. This is absolutely a buy during the dip market. So, the next big one is this red right here. That's another huge liquidity piece. We've already tested it once. It's not out of the realm for it to fall down and come here and wick down to the top of this, which is still a lower high. 53 to 55 range. If I saw that, might liquidate all my positions and put them in Bitcoin. I mean, that'd be a great chance to get in for a run up, which I think is absolutely coming. We've had videos that talked about that. So let's move on to ETH. We're moving on to ETH right now. All right, ETH is going bananas. Wow, guys. Yeah, that's just impressive. We're pushing 2,500. Again, price. I don't have any more, historical lines here because we're in price discovery with this coin as well. Look at this bull flag. Boom, bull flagged, broke up. It's just doing the same pattern right now. It's reasonable to say that, this line right here is going to follow this line right here, and you're going to just continue impulsing up. I'm not buying ETH right now, guys. Like, this is not the time you want to buy this coin. Like, it's just not. I mean, I'll go ahead and put a blocker here because there's a clean blocker there. Blockers are where we had his extreme resistance during a bull run. So, I mean, if you see a rip candle like that, you automatically block that out. This could not be another rip candle. It could fade out and we could just bounce right here. And, so if this blocked up again, then yeah, I'd probably replace this one with this blocker. But for the time being, this is a good blocker. And these are the type of things you would buy into is this dip. I mean, I personally wouldn't buy this blocker. I'm going to have it here. Actually, I'm just going to delete it because I want to see this play out a little more, because if this shoots up, this becomes a blocker. But this for a fact is a blocker right here. All right, so let's just write that to that, right? This is what happened right before this big impulse, right? So we know for a fact that's a blocker. It impulsed out. So this is more where I'm wanting to buy if I'm buying ETH right now. I'm not touching this thing right now. If you are not in ETH right now, I'm sorry. Just like, don't buy it. Don't waste your money right now. The chances of you just pushing money into it and it continuing to rise up are just not that high right now. I mean, yeah, it could happen. It's crypto. Anything could happen. Logical buys are down in this red box. Wait for a nice little clean dip. If it comes, if this does rip up, then you just move your box up and you buy the next clean dip, unless you think that ETH is done running, which, ETH's not done running. So let it run right now. ETH's beautiful. Still a good investment. You're just, now that it's hit these rips, you're just looking for large down candles. Like, that's what you're looking for if you're wanting to get in and buy in. And that goes with any coin I'm showing right now. Large down candles are the buy candles. We're not buying on days like this. It's just not, it's not profitable. It's not what you want to do. So let's move over. Litecoin, finally. Y'all know how high I've been on this coin for a very long time. And we're seeing some great movement. Another example of it breaking out of a triangle and moving forward. So let's just kind of see what's going on with Litecoin at this point. That's actually a pretty good SR that I'm going to continue. I like that. That's playing well. So where's that? Straight. Is that straight? No, it's a little high. All right, there you go. Nice SR. Historical, right? So we're lucky with ETH. We're still in historical. So these yellow lines you're seeing are historicals running through. ETH's really clean right now. This is really clean price action. Liquidity dips. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit another liquidity dip with ETH, although it kind of had one right there. Rip, rip. And now we're kind of bull flagging after an impulse. So this, I'm not even thinking about selling ETH bags right now. And again, I'm just buying it. If you're not in ETH bags, LTC bags, I'm not even thinking about selling my Litecoin bags right now. And if you're not in Litecoin, again, wait for a rip candle down. Like, you just have to pay attention to this stuff. Set price alerts on Coinbase, onto what you think a rip candle down would be. Look at these charts. Or just pay attention to charts, and when you see a rip candle, you see price starting to dip. If you catch a rip candle down, scale in, one buy. Those are the candles to buy, guys. I mean, those are the candles you want to be in. Look at this movement up from down here where liquidity dipped. Okay, movement up. I'm not buying into that moving up unless I see a rip candle down like this. Like, right, like if you saw this move up to 275 right here, and then this rip down like it did to 255, that was a buy. Okay, so like, that's where you wanted to buy. You're not buying this right now. You missed it. So you just wait for those scenarios. And definitely don't FOMO in, man. People make so many mistakes in that context, including myself. So right here we have kind of a burst through of this historical level, which is awesome, 278. It means we're just pouncing it. Pounce fail, 2, 3, 4, 5 fails. That's good. We're weakening it. 6, 7, boom through. I'm high on LTC. I'm not moving this coin. I'm just adding. It's a great coin. XLM. We were telling you guys to buy down here. I think 41 cents. This is a 42 cents. you know, bounce, bounce, peg, peg, peg. It's just drilling. If you're looking at my mouse right now, it's just drilling this liquidity box. It was clearly ripping through after having that up. And we talked about that. That's one of my first videos I made. This was an easy buy. I hope you guys bought, and I hope you guys made some money off of it. I'm still not moving this coin. It's getting closer to all-time highs. But you know, right now it's kind of again in a bull flag, right? Like I told you, everything's kind of in a bull flag. Shot up right here, bull flagging across. I mean, I can, for those of you who are trying to learn what to look for, and that's just kind of an ugly one, but that's the way it's going. Maybe like that. All right, so that's kind of where we're going right now. That's kind of the bull flag pattern it's in. It's, you know, this was our previous, I wouldn't say all-time high, it's our previous cycle high, which we ripped through and we've kind of retested a lot. So, I mean, I think it's safe to buy anywhere around the 60 cents range continuing. There's just heavy, you know, there's heavy buying going on right here. Tons of resistance. And this is just bull flagging up, and it's a bullish coin. Like there's no way, you know, that unless I bought this to hit a specific price target, if you're trading this as a cycle, which is what you're seeing me do, there's no way I'm moving off the cycle right now. And that's what most of my trades are. And I think a lot of people got to understand that. Like the way I'm trading, the way my videos show is we talk about cycles in here. So we're seeing cycles, and that's what we're in, is we're in a cycle. We're in an alt season cycle, and those have happened historically, you know, 6, 7, 8 times. So you have to play the cycle, unless you're doing some day trading stuff, which is incredibly challenging. And I don't recommend for hardly anybody. One of the reasons cycle trading is a better route is because you're not buying and selling a lot. You're buying positions to enter to move forward. Now on here on these videos, I do show you guys when you can enter these coins if you're not in, but you just have to understand that that comes with more risk because you're entering later. You know, also depends upon the candle. So XLM's in the cycle right now that I'm not moving off of. So you know, it's not one I'm moving off of at all. Let's move over to, and actually, matter of fact, I expect it to continue pumping even from its spot where it's at. Let's move over to Link, which apparently is having a pretty good day. You know, been in Link for a while. Link's gone crazy. Yeah, look at that. Woo. So charted this the other day for some friends, and you know, just look how this coin moved from down here up to here. This goes back to January 21, guys. Like this guy was consolidating, so this rip is well warranted. If you notice, it tested this a lot, which I didn't like, and sure enough, it impulsed through, went down, found this resistance. You know, look at this classic impulse through, retest down. Like that's classic if it goes up. It's classic if it goes down. So that's just a move you always look for. I saw that and I was like, oh no. And sure enough, it candled down. We're back up, reclaimed the trend line, and shot through the top of the enclosing triangle. So I mean, this is classic stuff, guys. Like if you go Google trends, you know, everything I'm going over right now is what we're seeing. You know, it's not common. That's not how this works. I mean, you'll trade 3-4 years, and these time periods that we're seeing right now are the ones you trade for. They're the ones that you see these patterns. It's running classically right now. This is a great coin. Again, I'm not buying into it right now. This was the time to buy. We're just recapping in here. And if you're looking to get into this coin from this point forward, then again, it's like the previous ones we've talked about. Look for rip down candles. If you want to scale in with small buys, rip down candles are where you need to be buying. I'm going to sound like a never, you know, a recording, never ending recording. Just rip down candles, rip down candles. Buy dips, sell up rips. I mean, it's how this works. And if you pay attention, you're going to get some of these opportunities. So Link right now is looking great, guys. I mean, you know, it's in an all-time high. So again, we're out of historical stuff. I made a new historical one here. I'll make some more historical ones going forward. This coin's beautiful though, and I hope you guys are enjoying the ride. Uni. So those of you who've not seen, I've not really done a video on Uni. Uni is it's Uniswap. That's where you can go trade. We can make a whole nother video on Uni, but we're just going to talk about price action recap right here. And this one is really beautiful. If you notice right here, this yellow was our previous high, fail, 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 huge fail, right? Oh my goodness, look at this fail. So you thought, everyone who thought right here this was a breakout, especially after all these punctures, just got absolutely shook. And I mean, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. That's going to get a lot of traders right there. So people who ate this, they hopefully held on this rip down of, goodness, 36 to 25. I mean, that's a 30%, or that's the rip that you needed to buy, right? These are the ones I tell you, if you see them, holy moly, buy. And I did. And we made it through this. We bounced, impulsed right through here hard, finally came down and retested, as you see, and here we are impulsing again. If you look, we go back, we've been in consolidation with this coin for almost 2 months. So breakouts are where it's happening. I'm still suggesting, if you're not in Uni, to buy any rip down candles you see, anything dipping hard. I'm still a big fan of this. I think it's a three-digit coin. I think it goes to 100. It's just going to have that type of momentum. There's so much action and hype around Uni and the trading going on. So we'll finish this video up on one that I've been talking about, made a video about from the beginning: Flow, Dapper Network, Top Shot, all that good stuff. For those of you who are in the NFTs, I wanted a little NFT exposure, right? NFTs is not something I'm as well versed in on everybody else. So this is a way I figured I could get some exposure without actually buying the physical items. Wasn't a big fan of investing into the cards, so I didn't. I bought Flow instead. What we're seeing, though, to me, is one of the better charts out here. Like all these punctures on this previous cycle high where this white line is. I mean, these are just pure punctures. Even a huge liquidity dip drop. I mean, we dropped hard liquidity drop right here, and then it's still up here just puncturing, gaining fuel. This is one that if you can get on the Huobi network and you can buy Flow, I think you are fine with buying this right now. And I fully expect, we're actually kind of leaving it right here again. It might be another fake puncture. And I actually fully expect this to just absolutely rip through like it did in the previous runs. I mean, this is what this coin's been doing, ripping through. It's just stage ripping through. So we're on the next stage, which is actually at a longer time than the previous consolidation. So to me, that just gives it more fuel. The timing's better. The altcoin market's running. I mean, it's reasonable to, let's put a price range growth here. So that was 50%. All right. Wait, where was that again? That was 50. That was 35. Oop, I missed one. 57, 46, 34. I kind of like the 25, I guess, range. Then next, 26 range. So let's do that. 25, 26. That puts us at about a 52 price target. I think this is a reasonable spot, guys. I mean, it just makes sense. And we're in the market where this type of stuff actually comes to fruition. So big video, lots of stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to give you some more content soon, and we will talk to you guys later.